Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the United Kingdom, or soon to be Great Britain, I believe. I think once we go down that King's Party route, we'll become Great Britain. So I did forget to do a couple things last episode. I forgot to change up our garrison here, which I assume the cab would be better. They would be. So I was going to change them up, though it does actually look like they require more production. I think that's because of the support company they have right now, so we'd have to get rid of that. It does require less manpower. I suppose that's something to consider. Maybe we should wait till we change that then. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to require more production. I mean, it's not a huge number of more production, but it's enough, I think, considering the fact that equipment is still our main issue. The problem with that is that the cab brigade needs to have the recon detachment removed, preferably to change them over to military police, but we don't have that tech yet. So we'll have to wait to do that. So I will just leave them as is, I suppose, for right now. So I didn't do that, and then I didn't build convoys either, which, you know, we have quite a bit of convoys here at the start, but, you know, I still want to have one dockyard going into that eventually. Alright, so we look good to go here. Let's go and let it play, and like last episode, we'll try and get a year. It was kind of a long video getting through that first year, and that's because we were reading all those events. So hopefully it should go a little bit quicker this time since we have the marriage events done. I did want to read them though because I've never done this focus tree before, or this branch of the focus tree, I mean. And so I thought it'd be interesting to read through those events. So we're going to be getting the 100% bonus here, so we'll get it done in 91 days. We're going to knock out that concentrated industry. Try and improve our production. Though we're just about there where we won't have any more shortages. We have the manpower, so we could train troops. I know our division designs aren't fantastic. But yeah, there's really no reason why we couldn't start training a few divisions. So we got the reinforced empire. That's going to increase our stability by 10%. We also still have this one. Can't do general rearmament, which would get us some of our civilian factories back until world tension is higher. Could do the service overseas. That'd be some nice experience, especially the army experience. However, I think we could do the King's Party, so we should probably do that one. So this will allow us to send volunteer units. So that'd be helpful. We could do some fighting, maybe help out certain countries, and get some army experience most importantly. Then it'll give us a modifier here, which is going to increase our political power, give us a bunch of other bonuses as well, including daily support for unaligned. Non-aligned party will be called the King's Party, and they'll become the ruling party as well. So that's something to consider, is where your support is at on unaligned. We'll also lose that Edward VIII modifier, which is decreasing our stability, and instead we'll get a modifier which is inexperienced imperialist, and that'll decrease our political power gain but increase stability and justify war gold time. We'll get a nice reduction, and then we'll have several new advisors as well. Okay, let me just take a look at one thing here. I want to see where our current non-aligned support is at. It's at 42%, and this does increase it by 15%, so I think we're at a fine level right now. I mean, democratic support's only at 33%, so it's going to be an increase, which will help with the stability. So yeah, let's go and go with the King's Party, guys. So knock that out in 70 days, and thus Edward will have more power than previous British kings, or that's the idea of that focus tree. And will we go with the next ones? This one you can't do until you get the King's Party. God save the king. What about this one here? You can get that one, though I think that's just removing the war to end all wars. Yeah, that's removing that, while also reducing your opinion with many, many countries. We got the improved ship torpedo launcher, so we're probably going to want to go ahead and add those to our designs right away. Is there any other equipment-based things we want to get in here besides the catapults? I don't think so. So yeah, let's go and get that. I know that we also need the battleships, but until we get rid of that naval treaty, you know, that we've signed already, we'll have to wait, because you just can't really get good battleships until you reduce those penalties. So let's go and improve those ship designs with the new torpedoes. Now the submarines already come with their new torpedoes, so we don't have to mess with them at all. But we do have to do the destroyers and the cruisers. So let's go ahead and call it a B variant and add the new torpedo launchers. Is there anything else to be done here? No. Alright, so go ahead and put them right under this one. Just have them build one more. And then get those 3 dockyards into it. And I think we will have to make the adjustments to both of the cruiser designs as well. Support cruisers. They have... You know what? They don't actually have any torpedoes. Okay, so the support cruisers don't need it, but the attack cruisers will. So let's get those level 2s on there. And then I think we're good to go. Increases the torpedo attack by quite a bit. Let's go ahead and save that. And then go ahead and place them right under here. Get the 5 dockyards. And then build just one more. Alright, so that looks pretty solid. And we could go ahead and build the torpedo destroyers if we wanted to. Though we don't really have the dockyards for them at the moment. Unless we pulled from the attack cruisers right now. So we'll just wait to get those till we have more dockyards. So we're no longer getting the modifiers from the change in course, which was only a year long, but they're nice bonuses to have. And it looks like they did not go the route that we told them to go. I could have swore we told them to go democratic, didn't we? And yet, it looks like the fascists are taking over. That's strange. I'm not entirely sure why that happened. I could have swore we told them to go democratic. I wanted to have that Baltic Entente here. Looks like that's not going to happen. Alright, I'm not entirely sure why it went down that way. But yeah, the fascists will end up taking over here, which we saw that happen in the India campaign. That does result in, like, Finland Civil War as well. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, maybe it'll be more interesting this way. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of wanted them to have a little bit of alliance here. I mean, it wouldn't have stopped anybody from conquering them. It's not going to stop Poland. It's not going to stop the Russians. So it's not that big of a deal or anything. We did get the anti-tanks, so we'll want to go and get those set up to build. We are very much in 1937, so I might want to go to finish up 1937 text, though we do already have 2 going here, so I don't know if that's the best thing to get yet. It's just the problem with all the rest of this is that we don't have any army experience to actually add these. But I do want to get military police so we can put those into cav units because, you know, we are spending like 56,000 manpower and all the equipment for them for all that territory. So, you know, it would be useful to go ahead and knock out military police. We're going to get that. And then we got the construction as well. All right, excellent. Well, I guess we will spend a 3rd slot on here. Let's get the excavation knocked out. But yeah, no army experience to really make adjustments to the division designs. This one's not too shabby for a beginning design here. Spanish War, Civil War has expanded, and I'm not entirely sure. Oh, the Carlists haven't risen up yet. I was about to say, where the hell are the Carlists? They have not risen up just yet. Now, we can provide volunteers at this point, but we don't want to provide volunteers for any of the countries currently involved. We only want to provide volunteers to monarchists, which I don't think there's any wars that would apply to. Yeah, because you just have the Spanish Civil War and the Estonian Civil War going on right now. So yeah, there's no civil wars for us to get involved in just yet. Until the Carlists rise up here, which I will help them because Spain constantly doesn't go the way we want it to. So we'll help them out a little bit, and it'll get us some much needed army experience as well. Alright, so we got the King's Party. Well, that allowed us to get the volunteers, so we couldn't have sent them anyways. I was thinking we already had that for some reason. And so now that has unlocked the next 2 focuses to get. This one, of course, gets rid of that war to end all wars and reduces the opinion with many countries, but not the Germans. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, is it because they're monarchists? They're not monarchists, though. They have the military junta here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Are they non-aligned at least? I think they're at least non-aligned. Yeah, maybe it's just with any non-aligned country. So if you waited a little bit, you wouldn't get as big of a penalty as more and more countries went with monarchies. And I guess we should take a look, see if it's worth getting now. We do want to get rid of the war to end all wars, which is right here. That's going to, you know, it reduces our population by quite a bit. And so it would be helpful to get rid of that. But I can see us waiting just a little bit because as you see moving down further, there's not really a whole lot we want to do here just yet. This is about attacking the Italians, and then you can ally with the Germans or just do the non-interference treaty. I don't know that we want to ally with the Germans. As we talked about with that India campaign, when the British and the Germans are together, they just feel a little bit overpowered. Because the British have their powerful fleets and can control the seas, and then the Germans have that, focus on the land army and will control the continent. And so they just gel so well together, and I feel like the campaign might be a little bit too easy if we allied with the Germans. And plus, you have the Italians, who typically, if you do that, unless you attack them, which is, I suppose, a possibility, but a lot of times the Italians join that faction, the British-German faction as well. So now you got like 3 major powers, and I don't know that we want to go that route, guys. I don't know which route we're going to go yet. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion, but I almost feel like the Germans and British might be too powerful together. But I also don't know who we're going to ally with, because there's not really a whole lot of setups here in the actual focus tree for allying with anybody. So I don't know how exactly the alliances will go down just yet. And I want to have at least one ally. I think that would be good, just to have somebody. We don't have to go conquer everybody. But if we don't ally with the Germans, I'm not sure who that would be. Could ally with the Italians, I suppose. That'd be an option. We'd have to do it before they join the German faction, though. The other option here in this focus tree is the God Save the King. This will increase our stability, and it looks like it'll improve that modifier that Edward has. He'll no longer be an inexperienced imperialist, and thus that'd be pretty helpful because the political power is hurting from that. Yeah, so might want to go ahead and do that, because that will result in him getting... He still has the stability and the justify war goal time, but then he also increases war support by 5%. So might want to go ahead and do that, guys. Yeah, we'll do that first. Let me just make sure there's nothing over here that I'm foregoing. Obviously, the experience would be really nice, and this would be nice for the research speed. But political power is an issue for us. And this is military factories. I mean, there's some great stuff here, guys. Yeah, there's some great choices for us. Big difference with the India focus tree, which, again, was very early focus tree, and thus is not great. I hope they improve all those really old focus trees. And they also improved the Poland one, which was part of that launch DLC. I don't know if it was like a pre-order bonus or whatever it was. So maybe they'll go back to the very early expansion, DLC focus trees, like the Together for Victory, the Commonwealth ones. I don't know. We'll have to see. We don't need to do the military parade. And it looks like we do have the naval experience to go ahead and start doing doctrines. But before we do that, we should probably knock out some of these guys. So let's get the Spirit of Naval Academy first. And I'll probably just go with the attack, but we'll take a look, see what other choices there are. I could do best of the best. New admirals begin without any personality traits. I feel like that's not very British. Any of those personality traits fit well for the British. I don't know how many admirals we'll actually create anyways, because they already start out with quite a few admirals. So might not want to do stuff like this. That's just going to get us bonuses for like new admirals. Instead, probably want bonuses that are going to help admirals as they level up. So 20% attack would be nice. Grand Fleet would be good to have as well. Yeah, that's a pretty good one to have, because you get the Ironside and Superior Tactician experience gain increased. We're going to do the attack, guys. 20% chance that we'll get a 1+ attack on level up. I guess that's not really a good chance, I suppose, but yeah, it's okay. We'll get that, guys. It's not a great bonus, but it's helpful. So now we're going to do the Spirit of the Navy next. And I completely forgot that there's research speed bonuses in here. We should have gotten these already. Also, it reduces the design cost, so that would have helped us with naval experience too. So we really should have knocked this out a while back. Yeah, well, it's too late now. So with this one, we'll get Destroyer research speed plus 20% and light ship design cost reduction. Here you get the ship module research speed. This is probably the best one, because you're getting a 20% bonus for ship modules research speed and a 20% bonus for all naval research. So that's a 40% bonus for ship modules. Yeah, I'm frustrated I didn't get that in the first episode. We should have, because I think that's the one we're going to go for. Yeah, because like here you're getting battleship and heavy cruiser research speed, but you're going to get that with all. So I don't know why you'd get any of these ones. This feels kind of unbalanced, right? I mean, I know you're getting the design cost, so I guess that's what you're really picking them for. Yeah, here you get a 20% for every naval tech. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's get the integrated designers, get those research bonuses, and it would have been really nice to have that earlier. Could have researched these naval techs much quicker, but we'll have it now. And Edward VIII has empowered the King's Party. So now we can send volunteers, and I think we will send them off to Spain once they have the Carlists rise up. We got the improved airplane catapults, and I think they rise up last. But that research bonus helped us get that. Alright, so it's just passive bonuses at this point, with the exception of the battleships. And I suppose we're going to get the battleships just to have it researched, even if we're not going to build them yet. And we'll be able to do it a lot quicker, although we might want to wait until we get the ship designer. I suppose that would probably be for the best, is to wait to get the ship designer. Now we're doing the air designer next, as soon as we have the 150 political power, so it'll be a little while. But we can do passive bonuses instead, although it might not even apply. Let me just double check. Let me see what we're getting here. I assume we're going to get the capital ship one, the Atlantic Fleet Designer, and that would apply to the battleships. Yeah, we're going to do that, guys. So we're going to want to wait to get the battleships. That's the gist of it. Because I don't know that we'll have the 150 political power. It won't matter anyway because we're doing the planes first. So let's just get a different bonus, like a passive modifier bonus. And you know what? We should probably get the damage control because when we're training ships, they can't get those critical hits, and those do take forever to repair, take a lot longer to repair. So let's go to get that. And let's take a look, see what we've got here. Keep all these ships training. We're actually trading for more fuel than we need to. So let's go ahead and tick that down a bit, how much we're trading for. Could stop trading with them for as much. It looks like we'd actually get more from them. Let me take a look at how their autonomy has gone up, how much it has gone up by from trading with them. See, that's a decent amount. I have to build a bit in their lands to really take that down. I don't want them to become a puppet. We're okay for right now, but we are going to want to pay attention to that. So let's just increase this up to 22 and then stop trading with the Americans, a future enemy. And we might not need to trade for any fuel, actually. Let me just see what happens if I stop trading for fuel, period. See if we even need their fuel. Alright, so over here, could go ahead and do the improved machine tools, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Get that knocked out. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We could also get passive bonuses, though, because if we're going to help with volunteers, it would be nice. You know, our troops would perform better if we got some passive bonuses. Now, we don't have these research bonuses for them, you know, from the design companies, but we're not going to get that anytime soon. So let's just go ahead and knock that out and get the passive bonuses for our troops. Such a bummer we don't have any army experience. I might go ahead and train these guys. Let's do that. Let's train the whole army up to get some army experience, because otherwise we're not going to get any because of the shortage of little power. We got the fuel refining, so fuel's in even a better position. So yeah, we didn't need to be trading for that. That was 3 civilian factories we were wasting. And I suppose we'll go with the improved machine tools. Although we could just go ahead and go for another bonus here, a passive bonus, because the units that we're going to be sending, the infantry division, does have the support artillery, so it'll give you a little bit of a bonus. I don't know if there's anything that gets you a bigger bonus that's available right now. Not really. Yeah, let's just go and get the interwar artillery. Get that nice passive bonus for the artillery, even if they don't really have much in that design. So it's not going to make a huge difference. But yeah, we're going to train these guys up for the experience. So India's got their issues. They got the Pakistan breaking off. And the nationalists are winning over here. What happened to the... And what happened to the Carlist rebellion? Yeah, I don't know if this is not going to go the way we want it to. It's hard to say, because this is a different person in power over here. So maybe they'll become Carlists. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, usually the Carlists would have, you know, broken off by now. The Russian Civil War is now happening. So luckily it didn't happen too late. And they do break off over here, by the way. They're not aligned. I think they typically break off over there. They had the Hindenburg disaster. And Austria just voted to unite with the Hungarians. So lots of stuff happening over here. And so they'll become Austria-Hungary soon. Don't know that we had this alliance here just yet. Yeah, nothing happening over here yet. Between Poland and Romania. And the fascists might actually lose the air. Looks like that'll be the case, which is good, because we didn't want them to win in the first place. Can modify the officer corps. It looks like we can get a chief of navy if we so desired, just because he's really cheap, the decisive battle guy. Does he get you experience? He does. Gives you 0.06. So I almost want to get him for the 50 political power, but again, we really need to get these knocked out here. I'm over here waiting for him before we get other stuff, so we really can't spend anything, honestly. The anti-tanks we never did build, so let's go ahead and do that. We didn't have any factories that went all into the plains. So we're going to put the anti-tanks in here. We'll need them eventually. Alright, so we just have really one factory in most of this stuff here. We need a good stockpile of support equipment and artillery because we'll be adding those, quite a bit of that, to the designs. Might be able to pull back on the infantry equipment by a bit. And there's Carlists, Spain. They didn't get much, but they are behind them. Oh, and then you have the Spanish directory here now. Okay. So we can go ahead and send the volunteers off, I suppose, to the Carlists. How much can we send? We should take a look at that. Get the army set up. We can only send 2. Wow, that's sad. Okay, so we can send 2 units. I think we should have trained more troops here, so we can send more off to them, because 2 units are not going to be that helpful. But if we wait, yeah, I don't think that'd be good either. So you know what? Let's just send what we got. We'll take 2 of these and send them off. So we're going to take any 2 units to have full 100% strength here, which I think everybody does anyways. Go ahead and put them into a little army here. And make them kind of orange for the Carlist here, or whatever color this is. It's not really orange, but that's kind of interesting color. We'll make them that color. And give them a little emblem here, and a commander. As far as who we want to send, well, we're going to want to get somebody trained up. We'll send Miles Dempsey. He's got great stats. I mean, obviously the supply consumption's not great, but his other stats are pretty good. He's an infantry officer. Brilliant strategist, and he doesn't have an officer corps role, so we can put him in somewhere where we need him. If we need to even train anybody up, I haven't looked at our officer corps yet, so I'm not sure who we have. We might not even need to train anybody. But yeah, let's go and put him in place, get him a little bit more experience. 2 units aren't going to be able to do a whole lot. Main purpose here, though, is to get ourselves some experience. Some army experience, because we do not have much. It is pitiful. So yeah, we'll go ahead and send him off to him, and he'll get there in 14th of June, so 2 weeks here. They did not get a lot of land. I'm pretty worried about them. Now they did go up behind the Nationalists, so they'll be able to expand for a little while. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about the way it looks here for the Carlists. So we did get the God Save the King. Excellent. Some nice bonuses there. And most importantly, that political power now go up quicker. We're not going to do these yet. Yeah, we're not going to do the loyalist stuff just yet. Now, somebody told me we wanted to wait to take the decisions until after, like, the Federation event or something like that, which I don't know what that is, because, again, I haven't gone this route, so kind of in the dark here. But yeah, somebody said that we wanted to wait to actually do the imperialist decisions until after we had done that Federation route, because I guess it gives you, like, cores on all of the Commonwealth territory if you do it right. Now, we can go after Ireland, though. Yeah, I almost want to do an early war against Ireland here. But we have to finish helping Spain. So let's not do that yet until we're done in Spain. Yeah, we'll wait, because there's other stuff to get here, guys. The military factories would be great, and the experience here would be great, and the research bonus would be great. So I think we're going to go for that research bonus first. 7% is pretty nice. So let's go and go for that. Alright, so we'll get to do some fighting in this episode. I wasn't sure if we would or not. I was thinking it might not be until the 3rd episode. So we're over here. We don't have any organization yet, obviously. So we'll just sit right here in their current capital until we get that experience up. Or excuse me, get that organization up. So you see they've already come up on the borders here. I suppose you can come this way to help out, pushing forward there, because it looks like there's nobody there. And we want to go against, or in directions, or actually over here would probably be better. Which one would be most helpful to them? Obviously, probably Barcelona. But I think they'll get troops up there quicker. But fighting over there is really difficult. Fighting over in both these areas is difficult, honestly. Let's go over here first, guys. Italy abandoned the naval treaty. Okay, so that'll result in us being able to get rid of some of those bonuses eventually. Alright, so yeah, we'll move over here, and I almost want to go ahead and take the railroads over there just to get over there quicker. So we can try and push this front forward as quickly as we can here. And we're going to look to try and cut it off here is what I'm thinking. Try and cut it off this way. And it looks like they're already taking care of it. They're doing a great job. Alright, so I was going to put one troop over there. And then like somebody needs to come over here to stop them from being able to come back over this area. So while we're here for experience and doing this isn't going to help, we also want to help them win. So if we can, whatever we can do to assist, I think would be useful. Alright, so we've taken that. Let's hurry up and get across this river. So we'll go grab this, and then we'll go up, take all this territory along the coast here. But yeah, they're doing a good job taking care of it, so that's good. I wasn't expecting them to do much here, so let's go and push forward this way. Let's not get ourselves cut off. We'll cut off this guy. Alright, so he'll come up along the coast here and grab that territory. And could have just went straight over there. I suppose I should have done that. Nah, we're already over that way. It's fine. Alright, so we'll take all this over, and they're going to help us out here as well. We'll get that unit there cut off, and then we'll probably want to start moving up along the coast towards Valencia, or this unit could do that as well. Now we are moving super slow. Now we don't have any of the penalties here, so that's good. Just going to grab these up. Here the key is just grabbing up all the territory, all that helps. So they'll take all that, and he'll get that. So he'll go back down here, it looks like. Yes, sir. Maybe we'll just cut that guy off as well. Now, he'll be connected this way, but is he connected by the rails? He would not be. Just seizing that rail. Yeah, because I don't think that supply hub there, yeah, it wouldn't have any supply. Because it's not connected to the rail system. But I think just taking that one might be enough to really do some damage here. Now, I did forget to set up a field marshal, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get ourselves somebody set up here. Which we could do Montgomery or Brooke. Brooke is the defensive guy, while Montgomery is our offensive guy, and I think it'd be best to get him trained up. He's also a level 4, while Brooke is a level 5. So yeah, let's go and place Montgomery in charge here. We'll see if any has upgrades to get, some traits. He does. Quite a few different choices here. Well, we're probably going to go with charismatic for the division recovery rate. Reinforce rate would be great too, though. But yeah, I think we're going to go and do charismatic, guys. Let's get that division recovery rate up. That'd be helpful. I'm recording at like a ridiculous time right now. It's like 3-something in the morning, and yet there's still so much loud noises outside that I'm going to have to cut. We've got like planes going by and trains going by. It's just ridiculous. If you think you'd record this late, which is why I like to record this late, is because it's quieter. But yeah, it's not being quieter. Alright, so they will not have any retreat here now. It looks like things are going pretty well here. Let's go and start moving towards Valencia. I know we have this unit going here, but it's fine. We'll have him go that way instead. Although, you know what? We could have trouble here, especially if he gets there before us. And he did get there for us. Alright, so we're going to have to let him go this way. Just come over here instead. We don't want to fight this guy in the mountains. Let's just go this way. And besides, they're going to be all cut off anyway, so it's relevant. Those are Italians. Okay. So the Italians have sent troops to help the nationalists out. Wonder if there's any other countries here helping out. As of right now, not seeing anybody. Might just have missed them, but yeah, I'm not seeing anybody helping. It looks like just us and the Italians currently. Now, looks like they're trying to cut us off there. Alright, so that's a problem. We'll get a port here so we wouldn't be like completely cut off. But yeah, we don't have a lot of time to try and attack him here. When's this guy get here? I don't know if we'll be able to stop him. Now, we could just, of course, attack him, but let's get to Valencia. I think that's key. It's a bummer they're not moving forward. Oh, they went that way. Well, that's interesting. I was thinking they were going after... Well, I guess they couldn't go that one, huh? Okay, so they went that way. Interesting choice, is what I'll say. Again, I don't want to attack them in the mountains. We already got this guy here. I suppose this is the mountain province too, but if nobody's there, we'll just move over to here. That leaves this guy easily able to cut us off. But all of them are going to be cut off here in a moment, so it won't matter. I mean, he's already lacking supply, as you can see. Yeah, we're going to try and go to this location. Looks like nobody's there right now. So we'll go to that location. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so who is this here? This is just Spain. It's Republican Spain. And so how do we want to engage against them? You want to go and push forward, or should we go ahead and destroy these guys? We should probably attack them. At least help out here. Because, yeah, we're very close to being cut off. In fact, we should probably just go ahead and retreat here. Because we're not in a good position. We could actually be not so much cut off because you have this route here. But, yeah, we don't want them taking Valencia. Let's go take this province down. Get that one snatched up. And we are taking attrition here. Pretty high attrition, actually. Oh, they took it from us. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's go ahead and grab this province, and then we'll get that one. I imagine supply is going to become an issue here. So, yeah, we'll get that one. Can't beat the Spanish there. We're not using landing bonuses, because that's a problem as well. And that's because I don't really want to set up fronts at this moment. Yeah, we're in a bad position here, so we're going to need to reconnect this. Yeah, because they're going to attack there and take that from us. And try and move over here and grab this port province. But this is just further putting us in trouble here. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get over here in time. I don't think so. So it's probably just better to grab that port province. Hope nobody's there, I suppose. If we lose a unit, but I'm hoping we don't. Here we're defending, so planning bonus is unnecessary. But yeah, you can see that this is kind of becoming messy. Not having more than 2 units is unfortunate. Yeah, we're going to grab these two. At least get a port. We are winning here. At least. And if we take this location, let's go ahead and do that. Then that'll cut these guys off here. And they're attacking us in a mountain province, so that's not going to work out well for them. So if we take this, we can destroy this one unit here. I mean, he's already completely cut off from supply. So yeah, we can help out that way. This defense is going well. And they're also attacking here, just further reducing their abilities. And we do have some stuff to take care of, so let's go ahead and do that now. We've got civilian factories. So we got all that stuff constructed. So we got that dockyard done. So we have 20 current dockyards. Probably going to do more military factories, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I know that we should probably take a look at like the supply situation in certain areas we might be fighting in. But I feel like that's something we'll mess with later. Same thing with radar. All that kind of stuff. We'll mess with that when we get closer to the war. Let's really focus on factories and such. Also, we should probably go ahead and get the intelligence agency as well. I think that would be wise. So we'll get an intelligence agency set up here in a minute, or start working on that, I suppose. But let's go and get some more military factories going. So let's go and get these military factories assigned. Those we'll put into the artillery. Always need more guns. And then the next, we'll go into the close air support. Next factory to get built. We can get a naval doctrine. Do we want to do that? No. We haven't finished up here, so let's go ahead and finish this up first. We want to get one of these done for the 50 experience, and then after that, we could start working on naval doctrines. So there's a lot of great bonuses here. Screen attack and torpedo screen penetration, that's obviously helpful. Attack is not great, but the torpedo screen penetration is. That's nice. The positioning is fantastic, so that's a nice bonus that you might want to get. Bad weather penalty, a negative 40% reduction is huge, so that's great. Night fighting, which is I think what we're going to do here, because remember the night is half of the day in Heart of Iron 4, and so this is a 10% attack for half the day, increased spotting, decreased visibility for half of the day, and night is already more difficult to fight for fleets. So yeah, it'd be helpful. Decisive battle. This is great too because we don't think we'll be retreating that often, hopefully. So yeah, naval hit chance, torpedo hit chance, that's fantastic. Brave commanders, the critical hits are nice, I suppose. But I don't think that's as good as some of these other ones. So yeah, I could really see going for like any of these, honestly, because they're all pretty good. I suppose the way to look at it is like you're getting this for half the day. You're getting these two all the time. Well, in this one, you're only getting it while in bad weather, though it is a really nice bonus. So you could make the argument to go for one of these two, because they always apply. But I think we're going to do the night fighting here, guys. Yeah, let's do the night fighting. Why not? We could always change it in the future, if we so desire. But we're going to go and get that. It's a nice bonus for half the day. And I think the Japanese often go for that, so you don't want them to have a bonus at night that you don't have. Alright, so we get here in 0 hours. We just got to get them defeated there. Should we attack here? Can we help out on that? Yeah, why not? Let's get them destroyed. They'll get us some more experience as well. We could go ahead and destroy these guys. Yeah, we'll do that as well. And we have the port. Could go after that capital there, but let's destroy this one unit rather than leave it behind us. Alright, so helping out, destroying multiple units here and the one unit here. They're kind of passive, not really doing a whole lot over here. Like this Italian division just sitting in Valencia. Probably worried about their supply situation, I suppose. It looks like our side should very much win this soon. Yeah, we're doing pretty good overall. Yeah, we're doing great. Though, it looks like... Huh, interesting. We lost that, and no organization, and now they're going to push us back here. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Okay, now we're going to win. But yeah, well, didn't we have a very good chance of winning that? I'm not sure what happened there. This unit doesn't have any organization either. Looks like all of our organization just dropped. So the war in China has started. Excellent. So China will attack all the warlords and they'll attack Communist China and try and get all that conquered. And once they finish with that, then they should go after the Japanese, which has now become the Japanese shogunate and has Hirohito in power. Full power, I should say. So that gives them a nice bonus, a huge stability increase. So they're moving through their focus tree. I can't see what they're working on right now. I don't think we can see what anybody's working on since we don't really have what I said I was going to get. We don't have any of the intelligence agencies yet. So let's go, or any of the bonuses. So we'll get the MI6 here. Create that agency. That'll be done in 30 days. I just forgot to do it. It's okay though. We also haven't taken the look at the fleets in a while, so let's go ahead and make sure that these guys are training up. And then any cruisers that might be in here, which we do not have any cruisers here, are pulled out. Alright, well let's go ahead and go over here. They retook the port, unfortunately, but we can go after their capital, I suppose, and make sure we get our cell support, because otherwise could end up having some supply issues here. And I'm not sure what happened. Something hit our organization, and that's why we lost that battle there, and also why you see we're not helping out that much here. We should probably just stop and regain the organization. Same thing here. And go ahead and give ourselves a planning bonus too if we're going to be sitting here. Might as well get a planning bonus while we sit there and increase our organization up. Yeah, the war looks like it's going to be wrapped up soon, hopefully anyways. Looks like it's going nicely. I feel like we've done a little bit. We've helped. India and Pakistan has had their white peace, and we now have the political power finally to make an adjustment here and get ourselves that aircraft designer, which we already know we're going to do the light aircraft to get the agility and max speed up. Yeah, I think that's the best thing for us. Yeah, we'll do the light aircraft designer. And that means with our next research slot, which will be this one here, we'll go ahead and start getting those fighters. So they are attacking out of Valencia now. We have to defeat these guys here to push them over to there so we can actually destroy them. We can't just go ahead and wait until we get the planning bonus all the way up, I suppose, in both of these two locations. Suppose we might as well. It's letting you get your organization all the way up too. Although I think this guy here, he already has his organization, yeah. So we're just really getting planning bonuses up and entrenchment. Don't really need it, I suppose. Well, here it looks like they lost. Okay, so we will have to do it. Let's go and do it. Let's do the attacks, guys. Get her done, because they're advancing over here. Oh, the Spanish directory was taken out. Or excuse me, the Spanish directory took the states from Spain. From the Republican Spain. Okay, so we'll just be able to take this province now. Their units are destroyed. Or annexed. And we already know what we're getting here. We're going to go and get the fighters with that bonus. And the next thing we'll probably want to get is thinking like the naval designer. I mean, there's so much to get. We're also almost done with our focus there. Yeah, we're going to keep adding a planning bonus here. So whenever they're sitting, I'm not paying attention to them, that they are getting a planning bonus. And we'll try and get behind here, but I really don't want to get cut off. So we'll do it slowly. Because we already got cut off once. But yeah, try and get behind them, get Valencia. That'll be our way of helping out here. Still trying to defeat those 2 divisions there. And they've been fighting hard, considering how long they've been cut off from supply. They're doing all right there. We got the service overseas. That's some very much needed military experience. And we also got interwar artillery. Okay, so we're going to go and get this one first. And not even remotely close to 1938 yet. And we do need to get the Sea Gladiator when we're done with that. But other than that, you'd want to get maybe strategic bombers or tactical bombers here. I can see getting that. I could also see going after the improved machine tools, but we could just wait till excavation's done. Well, let's go and get tactical bombers. I think we will probably end up getting both of these, honestly. Maybe even heavy fighters. There's going to be a real focus on planes in this campaign, in addition to the focus on the fleet. So that's going to be a lot of research there, which does mean you have to pull from something, you know, and it'll probably be, you know, tanks have a lot of research associated with them. We're probably not going to do a lot with tanks in this one, though of course we will use them. But not as much as we did in like the Soviet one. I don't think we're ready for Ireland yet, and the whole reason why we came down here as well is to get that 7% bonus. So let's go and get that now. Now you'll notice that I do play slower than many YouTubers. I manually control all my divisions, typically play about speed 3 on war. That's what I usually look to do, speed 3. I think that's a good speed for conflict. And yeah, I manually control all my divisions for the most part. Maybe once in a while I'll let the AI control something, but that's fairly rare. How do we want to do this? Well, they don't have supply regardless. I don't want them to come up behind us and get Valencia, so we might just go ahead and attack right there. Oh, and it looks like it's over. Okay, Carlists victory in the Spanish Civil War. We got a little bit of experience from it. We helped them out. We also probably got a little bit of an opinion boost with them too. Yeah, we got +6 opinion boost. It's not a huge bonus there. Yeah, we might have got our generals some experience. Got those troops a little bit of experience. Got some army experience here. It's all good stuff. Remember working on getting the military police, which we can go back up to speed 5 now. Working on the military police so we can use that experience, which will have additional experience. But yeah, use that experience to put the MP straight into the cav. And we did finish multiple things here. Quite a few things. So with the MI6, we can go and start getting some of the upgrades here. And I think we'll start with forming the department here, the cryptology department. I'm going to knock that out. And with the military police, we'll have to add those in. Do we want to go ahead and start working on other support companies? Probably. Also, we probably want to go ahead and start building the guns here. Though as an island, you do have to transport them across the seas. You know, we do want to start building those. But we also need to get all this stuff as well here for the support companies. So quite a few things to be gotten. So let's go and keep on working on these. We will do the logistics next. So important in this expansion. And then over here, we already know we want to get the improved machine tools. And we have a decision available now that we got that excavation, and we're just not going to do any of these for right now. Let's go ahead and change up the cav unit and give them the MPs. And so that'll result in us not actually gaining or losing any equipment since we're just changing this out here. But most importantly, they're going to be better at suppression. So that's what we're trying to do here. And then we'll go ahead and change up our occupying division to the cav, which you can see now they're cheaper production and manpower by quite a bit. So we want to change that up. And we'll see how much that changes the garrison requirements. We're at 56,000 here. We'll see just how much that takes it down. And we'll get all that equipment back too that those units were using, which is great because we're using equipment up training right now. Any cav units that we have should probably be changed as well. Where are all these divisions? Let's just take a look. 2 of them are back home and 1's in Egypt. All right, let's just go and change them both over to our infantry division designs. And they'll be training already, so good to go there. take a look at the ships, see if we got anything here. We got a submarine we can throw into the training fleet. Still training up that cruiser. And then we'll take him out. And we got the volunteer forces back as well. So they got a little bit of experience, not much. Dempsey here, he got 5% experience. Didn't make much of a deal there, big deal there. The Republic of Armenia has declared war on the provisional Russian government. Okay. And the Soviet Union. So they're rebelling, essentially. I don't expect that rebellion to go very well, but they'll be able to take some territory in the meantime before it takes however long it takes for the Soviets to get some units down here. Which that pulls units off of this front here, which is a good thing. We want the provisional Russian government to win. And it looks like they're advancing the front ever so slowly. We got the firefighting drills. Suppose we'll do the separate fire mains, and we will use that experience, which we could have got a doctrine, but we're going to do this instead. I know we need to get through the doctrines, obviously. The Navy experience is fairly easy to get, and I prefer to use it to get through our techs quicker. So these guys can go ahead and jump back into this army, I suppose. They can train up as well. No reason for them. Well, I guess they fought. I was going to say, there's no reason for them to be able to avoid the training and the push-ups and stuff. The restoration of Austria-Hungary. But yeah, I mean, they did just fight in Spain, so I guess they do have a good reason to be able to avoid it. So we got another dockyard. I don't know if we got something finished building. Also, we have some carrier fighter shortages. We finished up the carrier. Okay, so that's what we got done. I can't build the battleships just yet until we get rid of the modifier. The London Naval Treaty. So we won't build that, but I believe we should be able to build decent aircraft carriers, hopefully. Because we have this Ark Royal class. But we are right almost at the cap, so just changing up this anti-air would be too much. Wow. Alright. Yeah, and then we don't have the radar yet. I think we might just wait a while, because remember the Italians just pulled out of it, so that'll, we won't have that penalty for that much longer. I don't know how much longer. Here's the escalator clause invoked, 260 days. Alright. I mean, you can always just refit the carrier. But you know what? Getting some screens built for a time wouldn't be a bad thing, guys. Yeah, I don't think it would be a bad thing to just work on screens for a little bit. Because we always need more screens. I find myself constantly not having enough. So with that in mind, oops. We can go ahead and build these torpedo cruisers. Because remember, we got the torpedoes, but I didn't have any, you don't have any dockyards to give them. So we're going to want to do a new model here. And call them the torpedo cruisers. 2-A. Alright, and we'll go ahead and give them the skull here. And I don't think there's anything else to be done here, though you could take off the sonar, I suppose, because they wouldn't have any depth charges, because they're just going to have, well, they might. I don't know if you can put torpedoes. You can. Okay, so you can put torpedoes in both those locations here. So they'll have an 81 torpedo attack, which is insane. That's very high. And I think that's it. I don't think you have to make any other adjustments to them. As I said, you could pull this out here. There's no point on putting the fire control unless it reduces production. It doesn't increase production. There's really no point on having sub-detection, though. I mean, they have a little bit of a depth charge attack, just the destroyers had default depth charge attack, I suppose. I mean, I guess it doesn't really have any effect here, though. So you're just losing the sub-detection to get, really no effect there. So yeah, I suppose we'll leave it on there. Let's go and save that. And we'll only put one dockyard to the torpedo destroyers. I want to work on the cruisers, which do take time, so much time to build. And any other dockyards we get will go into the sub hunters. But the cruisers take a lot longer than the destroyers and the subs to build. So we'll really put those dockyards into that. And it doesn't look like we have any time left, guys. So let's go ahead and get the next thing selected here. We'll pick who we're gonna work on for the decryption, which will probably be the Germans, I suppose. And I suppose we should probably increase our decryption power further. Can also do the intelligence agencies, but let's get the decryption power because it takes a long time to decrypt. So yeah, it makes sense to get that first. And I assume we'll go after the Germans, though I don't really know if they'll be our main enemy or France will be once they, remember, they're going to be, it's going to be a combined France and Spain. You could also do the United States. I don't know how close they are to moving to communism. They're at 9% right now, so a ways away. How long would it take to do them, I wonder? 960 days, good God. It's going to be 960 days for everybody because we don't have those bonuses yet. I suppose we should do the Germans first. I think it makes sense to do them first. Now, we also have our first operative to be recruited. So let's see who we want to get here. We actually have somebody with a German nationality. Here you got a German Yugoslavian who's a double agent. They're both double agents. I got the escape artist, a seducer. These are all British citizens. It makes the most sense to get the German guy, I feel. So get the German guy. As far as what to do with them, really, there's nothing to do other than building the intel network, honestly. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I suppose you could do like, I mean, you can't really do the propaganda without a second guy. Yeah, you can't really do any of these. You could root out resistance, I suppose. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to do. So we'll just have him do the building an intel network in Germany. So at least we can see, like, maybe we'll be able to see if we can get it high enough. See what they're working on for their focus. See if there's anything we need to spend up here. No, not really. Could build more units, I suppose, because we do have the equipment, we have the manpower. We do need to make some adjustments to our division design, so I suppose we can do that now. Actually, guys, we need to end the episode, so we'll wait to do that. But I did want to put out there that we need names. I mentioned this in the first episode, but I don't think we're actually looking at the division designs. So we do need names for these designs that we have. We might use the motorized. I can see potentially using a motorized division, just strictly motorized with the support companies. You could give them like the motorized artillery as well, of course. Stuff like that, but no tanks is what I mean. Infantry division design, we have those. That'll be our main one. We'll have a colonial garrison one, so we'll have like a smaller one, mainly used for defense, defending ports, most likely, colonial ports. Probably not going to have much here outside of the engineer companies, is what I'm assuming. And then we'll have a tank unit as well. This tank unit is horrible. There's a reason why I didn't send them, guys, because they were combat with 6. That's why we didn't send them to Spain, because they're terrible. So the speed would have been nice. That's going to be the end of today's episode. We didn't quite get through a year, unfortunately, and that's because we did do the Civil War, so that takes time as we're manually controlling those divisions. But we got a good solid 9 months in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.